Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. As I stated before in one of my previous unboxings, I promised that I would do a complete review for these three products, and today is the day. Today is the day. We're going to review the Sally Hansen Color Therapy Strengthening Base Coat, and this is what I'm going to put on my nails. I'm going to show you how raggedy my nails look and the reason why I actually need that product. So this is the star of the show. And this is a quick dry formula that I will be using for the nail polish color. So that portion, this will help that polish dry in 60 seconds. And then this is a quick dry top coat. And this should help make sure that all of my manicures that I'm doing with regular nail polish will last for at least 2 weeks. From what a lot of reviews said, they said it lasted for like 2 weeks. So we're going to be testing all of that out, and we're going to make all those determinations for ourselves. But as of right now, I tend to do my nails at least once a week, and I'm actually giving my nails a break from gel polish because I'm a gel polish queen. That's what I love the most, doing gel polish. But for the last, I would say about 6 months, my nails have been going through some trying times, y'all. And I was just like, well, let me just give myself a break so that I can restore my nails, get them back to normal from doing full sets with extensions and doing the gel polish. It started to weaken my nails, and I'm the type of person that can actually grow really long nails, and for some strange reason that has not been the case for these past 6 months. So that's why this is the star of the show. So I'm hoping that it can restore my nails, and I'm about to show you what my tacky nails look like right now. So it's been about, I would say about 2 weeks since I last did my last manicure because I just wanted to give my nails a break. So my nails tend to grow pretty quickly. So my nails can grow like 1/4 of an inch or so in like a week. This is what they look like, and they've just been breaking off like crazy. So that's what this hand looks like that. But look at this one, y'all. So like my nail literally split in like the top of it. Look how that looks. Like, oh my God. And then you have on this finger, all of these nails look like they're missing teeth. They literally do. She's chipped on the side. This one is having a swirly time, and this one is just jacked up. Like, all of my nails can literally be used as weapons at this point because they're so jagged. Like, they just look so bad. They just look so bad. I don't know why this is making my skin look like that. It's so weird how it's making my skin look. Yeah, like, you see how jagged they look? That just looks so bad. So I am going to start my prepping, and then we'll get to these products. I'm going to cut these bad boys down, do a little cuticle work, and I'm going to file them down. So first off, let's get these things cut. Bye nasty nails. All right, my poor little nails. You know, I'm not really used to my nails being this bad. Like, my entire life, I've always had pretty strong nails. And within the last year or so, since I have become pretty consistent with keeping up on my manicures and my pedicures, I've noticed that my fingernails in particular have become really weak. Interestingly enough, it's the opposite for my toenails though. Like, my toenails have become massively strong. And I'm like, what the hell? That's actually pretty interesting. So it really sucks because, like, as I'm clipping them off, they're still splitting. I don't know what that's about, but one thing that I was informed of is that maybe some of the products that I'm using is causing my nails to dry out. And then also, you know, if you can tell by this nail, it's pretty curved. Like, it's starting to become really round. My nails are typically flat. Like, I have pretty flat nails, and this one and my pointer is creating this round effect on the outside. And I think that came from me using the stiletto nail extensions that I was using. When you do the pinch method, a lot of the times you're pinching your nail. And one thing that I noticed, like with my ring fingers tend to be pretty flat. When I was doing the pinch method, it literally was causing my nails to like stay like that. And it was the weirdest thing. Like, I'm not used to that. Like, I know a lot of girls love the pinch method and they love having like skinny looking round nails. That's just so unusual to see on my hands based off of how my fingernails are shaped. I have like fingernails that are pretty square. Yeah, so some of the girls, like, they love the pinch look to where their nail bed is like squished in like that. I can't stand that. I don't like it. But honey, when you do it with the stiletto nails or the coffin nails, because I prefer the coffin nail look, but it's like when you do it with the coffin nails, it's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. But some people have really long nail beds. And that's one thing that I've noticed. A lot of girls that are on YouTube, their nail beds are really long. And I have like medium length or short. I'm not really sure what you would consider this. Would you consider my nail beds short or medium? I think mine is medium because, child, I've seen some short nail beds and them things are short. They're like short and stubby. I always thought I always thought people with short, little, tiny looking nails were so cute. But I've just grown to love my nails so much because, like, I get the best of both worlds. And whenever I pinch it, I notice that my nail beds tend to extend. It's the weirdest thing, but that's what happens. One thing I would like to hear from you guys is what does your nail bed look like? Like, what shape do you have? I'm just really interested in hands and like how people's hands are shaped. I've always been interested in that, especially when it comes to men, because I used to judge men based off of how their hands were shaped. It's the weirdest thing. So like, I used to love asking men, could I see their hands? Not to see how big they were, but just to see how their nails were shaped and like to see like how their fingers were shaped and stuff like that. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with the shape of people's hands, but I am. So I really love watching nail tutorials and like seeing like just the different like fingernail shapes people have, or the different finger shapes people have, like how long people's fingers are versus how short some people's fingers are. Like, I just think it's so amazing how different we are as people. And then also I can identify what your race is based off the shape of your fingernails. And based off of the shape of your fingers. Like, I literally can peg what race you are based off of how your hands look. That's how much I love hands. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard anyone say that, but today you heard someone say it. It's a pretty cool thing to be able to do. And I am pretty accurate. And then I'll do a little bit of filing on top. I'm not going to buff my nails too much on the surface because I don't know if my nails are just not thick anymore, if I need to like take collagen pills. I mean, I take vitamins, so I don't really know what's going on. I know that back in 2017, I started fasting. I was doing this intermittent fasting challenge where I pretty much was making it a lifestyle. So I would say about, August of 2017 was when my husband and I first started our intermittent fasting lifestyle. It went on for 2017, 18, 19, 20. I would say about 21. So 2021 was when I was just like, you know what, I have to stop this. And we literally were only eating one meal a day. And unfortunately, during the time when we started, we didn't prepare appropriately at all. So we were eating garbage. We were always eating out. Our one meal a day was unhealthy food, and it was something that we probably should have stopped a long time ago. And one thing that I did notice was that my beautiful hair started breaking a lot, and I never used to suffer from breakage at all, and my nails started getting weak. So that was when I first started noticing some of the effects that intermittent fasting was having on my body based off of how I was going about it. And then I also started experiencing joint pain. So I'm just like, okay, clearly I'm not eating appropriately and I can't do this anymore if I'm not going to make sure that I'm doing it the proper way. So it took all of 2021 to get back used to eating 2 to 3 meals a day. And in 2023, I made a vow to myself to really make sure that I started feeding myself full time again, because I was still struggling to just eat 2 meals a day. It's so interesting how people don't realize like stuff like that is really hard. Like, once you get used to eating 1 meal a day, it's so hard to go back. So some people would think that's absurd for someone to say, but like, it's a thing. So I really hate that I had to go through that, and it really messed up my body. So now I'm just in repair state at this point, and this is one of the things that I'm doing to repair my nails. I know a lot of the girls who do this professionally talk about how if you're going to use extensions and if you're going to use like gel, there are specific ways you can go about making sure that you don't beat your nails up too much in the process. And I was following a lot of those techniques, and it still didn't quite work out for me. So I'm very gentle with my nails. I don't buff my nails too much. I don't shave off too much, and I do really good prep work on my nails. All right, so once I'm done with this, I will come back and we will move to the next step. Now that I have my nails nice and filed and buffed, I can now get them ready for the base coat. So this is 91% alcohol, and this is what I use to clean as well as remove the oil layer off of my nails. So I already washed my hands before I even started this process. So I tend to use a lint-free towel. I have a little kit of those. These things are really nice. So yeah, so that's how I dehydrate my nail bed as well as clean it off. Now that that's done, let's pop this bad boy open. It seems like the brush is pretty wide. Like, it's pretty nice. Okay. One thing I did notice that a lot of people were saying was that it gave your fingernails slightly a pink tint. So they said it turns a little bit darker than what your nail bed actually is. So we'll see. I really hope this works. Because I think what it's supposed to do is actually add moisture back into your fingernails. Because they say that a lot of nail products, even if they're supposed to be helping, could actually destroy your nails by dehydrating them too much. And that's what causes them to crack and break so much. So it's kind of like if you don't put lotion on, your skin will be in bad condition. You need to make sure that you have some type of moisturizing regimen for your fingernails, and that way it should help prevent your nails from cracking so much and from breaking. As I stated earlier, I think the intermittent fasting really ate away at my nails. I actually take appropriate supplements, especially now. Vitamin D, 1 a day, magnesium, vitamin K2. Yeah. So that's what it looks like at this particular point. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I will proceed to my polish. So I will be picking out a color, and I will show you that in a little bit. So I'm gonna let this dry and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I ended up doing was I did 2 coats of the strengthening base coat, and interestingly enough, it's actually been 3 days. I had to actually leave and go on a date right after I polished my nails. So I did 2 coats of this. Interestingly enough, this actually dries pretty quickly. So one of the things I really like about it, and the reason why it took me 3 days to get to this point, was because I decided to just test this out by itself to see how good it is. This is amazing as a standalone product. One thing that I really like is that it's a really beautiful glossy coat, but then when you feel it, it doesn't feel like, it feels really nice. Like, it doesn't feel like it's gonna chip or anything. It kind of feels like a slight enamel that you're putting on your nails. Like it feels like it's soaking into the nails, and it looks beautiful. Like, it just makes your nails look healthy. It doesn't look unnatural. It just gives your nails like a really nice shine, and it feels great. So I actually think that this would last for probably a week or 2 by itself. So it does seem like a really great product. I'm really interested in seeing, like, as my nails start growing back, how it's going to strengthen my nails. When moving on to the color portion, I chose this metallic color simply because it's a beautiful nail polish. It covers great. You really only need 1 coat, but for some reason, it takes forever to dry. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. I don't know why this polish takes forever to dry. So that's where this bad boy comes in. It's supposed to dry it in 60 seconds. I know for sure that this does not dry in 60 seconds. Like what I typically have to do to get that to dry in a reasonable time frame, because it'll take that like 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes longer to actually dry. It's agonizing. So I'll read over this and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm not gonna lie, this is so cute. It's tiny. It doesn't seem like a lot of product at all. I always find it so interesting how certain companies can get away with selling teensy little tiny products for a lot of money. This thing was like 13 bucks, like some crazy crap like that. Yeah, it wasn't cheap at all. So this is 8 milliliters. What we have to do is we're going to apply this, and we're going to then wait 60 seconds before we apply this. And then after that, we will apply our top coat. I don't know why it seems like it's saying you need to apply this after you do this and the top coat, which makes no sense. So let me go ahead and open this before we get started. Ugh. Smells terrible. Jesus. Okay, so let's go ahead and start applying our color. Look at that nice full coverage. And that was my first application. And I typically don't need to add a second one because one layer is more than enough. I probably should have did this hand first. since this is my dominant hand, I probably should have painted my dominant hand first, but let's see if we can get this done. Beautiful. I don't want to touch my nails, but I know they're still wet. So it says add 1 to 2 drops. Oops. So that's 2 drops. Let's see if I can drop it from the top so it can drop over it. I mean, it doesn't really smell like anything. Yeah, it doesn't really smell like anything. It kind of smells like a car product to me. Let's give this 60 seconds and we should be ready to go. Oh, okay. Okay, it hasn't even been a minute yet and it's pretty much dry. It's dry to the touch. So it's dry enough for me to be able to apply this. This quick dry formula actually will, so it says wait. So apply nail color, wait 2 minutes and apply 1 coat. Manicure will be dry to the touch in seconds. Okay, so we've waited long enough. Now let's do our top coat. This top coat smells horrible. I know the last time I applied a top coat. So look at how these look. And then we'll check them after I apply the top coat. I swear these top coats are like messing up my nails. They smell so bad. Yeah, I just swear it's melting the nails. You can't really see it on camera, but it looks so weird in person. It kind of feels like the top coat is scraping the polish, because the polish tends to look a little streaky. These top coats smell bad. I don't know why they smell so bad. See, because I don't use basic polishes that much, I'm just now starting to get back into them. Like I said, I love gel nails, so I tend to do gel manicures all the time. Or that's my go-to method for doing a manicure. These regular top coats, they just smell so bad. I didn't realize how bad they smell. It's almost like you're using acrylic. Like, it smells bad like monomer. The hope is that will help my nails last a lot longer. So this is what they look like. They look pretty good. They look really good, actually. Granted, these thumbs around the cuticle area, I would definitely have to clean that up, but that is what I'll do once everything completely dries. So again, let me go over the products. So this is the Sally Hansen Color Therapy Strengthening Base Coat. And this is what I put on the base of my nails. And this is supposed to help my nails become stronger. And also it's supposed to protect my nails from what these other products may end up doing, such as drying out my nail bed, which is causing cracking and chipping and stuff like that. This is just one of my favorite polishes, the Avon Metallic Effects Nail Enamel. Beautiful. You only need one coat. It literally covers your nails in just one coat. This is the Drip Dry OPI Nail Lacquer. This is supposed to dry your nail polish really fast, and based off of what I just experienced, this nail polish tends to take about 15 minutes or so to actually dry, even to the touch. It'll take about 5 minutes. I put this on in less than a minute. My nails were dry to the touch. Like, I even pressed down on it and it wasn't moving or anything. I wasn't going to purposefully destroy my nails. Maybe I'll do that another time to make sure I fully test it out, but I don't have time right now to mess up my nails and have to redo them, so I want it to be gentle. But I will do another review specifically on this and testing out how good it is. And this is the Sally Hansen Insta-dri top coat. People really love this. I really hope that it works. So it says after 60 seconds, yep, it's dry to the touch. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Like, it's really dry. It's really dry. Like, I'm rubbing my fingers. That's the fastest I've ever been able to do a manicure with regular nail polish. This is really good. Really enjoying that. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'll have these links in the description below to each one of these products. So if you want to purchase them, you can purchase them through my links below. I will conclude this video with a 1-week testimonial. So I'll see you in a week. Okay, so I am back. It has been a week and 2 days. So let's check out the results. All right. Yeah, they held up pretty okay. I will say that. That one's a little chipped here, but the top of it is perfectly fine. My nails did grow out, so that's just new growth. That's new growth. It started to slightly chip right there. This is mostly new growth, and I'm not sure if that's a chip or just bad polishing. But yes, so I think that might be a small chip. The main one that chipped is this bad boy right here. So as you can see, the bottom portion chipped quite a bit, not too much, but it did chip. So that's about the new growth. That's all new growth there. My thumb on this finger tends to grow slower, just slightly. Yeah, but for the most part, there's not much chipping, but there is wear and tear. So it started to fade away around the edges. But as you see, it's not chipped, it's just fading, if you can see that appropriately. Yeah, it's mostly fading, not necessarily chipping towards the top. But then I did notice that on this ring finger, Yeah, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but on this finger on the side here, one thing I didn't notice is that it's trying to break. Like this part of my nail is trying to break. On that particular one, that's the only one that's doing it. But one thing that I did notice is that my nails in itself are pretty strong. Like they all feel really strong. And they're starting to slightly grow above my tips, which is good. I definitely want to make sure that I keep some length on this hand, not this one because I play the guitar, so these nails have to be cut down. I can't play my fretboard properly if my nails are this long because they tend to get in the way of me trying to push down the strings. But on this hand, I tend to keep these nails long. It's actually pretty interesting looking, but you know, whatever. So one thing I did notice is it's mostly just fading. Now, with that, I do have to take into account that the base coat I applied 3 days before I put the color on top of it. So that could have been one of the reasons why it didn't hold on to the product as much, especially on this one. You see at the tips, it's fading a lot. Yes. And then also I may not have fully applied the top coat around the edges. Oh, that's funny. For some reason, this one's starting to chip out of nowhere. Did I just pluck that off? Like this one's starting to chip. Hilarious. Yeah. So as far as the base coat, I do feel like I want to try this experiment again, simply because I did apply the base coat 2 to 3 days earlier, and that could have caused the color to not attach to the base coat as much as it would have if I would have done it, let's say a couple minutes after I did the base coat. That way it would have milled it together a lot better. And as for the top coat, you know, I don't know. I mean, the top coat is okay. I don't know why it didn't protect, especially the center, because it's fading all the way down the nail. If you can tell, like it's fading all the way down the nail. Now, granted, I will say this. I'm not the most gentle. I do a lot of like home improvement based projects. I do a lot of rough stuff around here. So one thing about that is I know my nails are going to wear down. This is why I love wearing gel. Gel is tough as hell. You could be doing construction work and your gel nails will be perfectly fine as long as you applied them correctly, and they'll be perfectly fine for 2 to 3 weeks. But with polish, I'm not sure if I just need to maybe add 2 coats of color, and then maybe I should do 2 coats of top coat instead of 1 coat of top coat. I don't know. And then also I need to make sure that I'm practically polishing on my skin with the top coat to ensure that it has a complete seal all the way around the nail. That way it'll probably prevent it from fading off the tips of the nail. I don't know. But one thing I do want to do is I do want to run this experiment again so that I could test out a couple different things. Mainly putting on the polish, the color, probably within 3 to 5 minutes after I put on the base coat. The base coat does say it's fast drying, so maybe 2 minutes after I apply the base coat, I then will apply 2 coats of color, and then from there I'll put 2 coats of top coat, and then we'll run this experiment again. So I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm identifying where my faults may have lied, as well as maybe the products aren't as great as I thought they were, but I'm not willing to give up that quickly. It was just one experiment. One thing that I can say about all the pros that I have noticed, some of my nails, especially now, as I explained earlier, even when they get this length, they'll start chipping, they'll start breaking, and my nails feel solid. I actually feel like that base coat is doing its job. I think the base coat is good, but we'll see as I'm growing out this hand. We'll see how good the base coat really is when my nails get much longer. I'm not going to grow them out too long because I actually do a lot of typing competitions every single day, so I can't really have my nails on this hand too long before it starts getting in the way of me typing. I think that was a pretty good experiment. I am looking forward to doing another one. I'll pick a different color, or maybe I should pick the same color. What do you guys think? Should I do this color again, or should I pick a different color? And we will run that experiment for a week. So about a week and 2 days. Same as this one. I'm really hoping that with making those small small changes, my polish will last a lot longer. So doing 2 coats of base coat, 2 layers of color polish, and then I will do 2 coats of top coat just to make sure it's fully fortified, okay? And I'll make sure that I polish on the edge. Even if I get it on my nails, I don't mind getting acetone and getting that off of there, or just peeling it off. But making sure I completely engulf the edges of my nails so that it won't fade. And yeah, I'm really hoping that that will make a big difference, because it is nice being able to polish my nails and not have to worry about doing a full gel set. Even though I love my gel sets, I know how to do a gel set in 10 to 15 minutes with no problems, but it does get a little bit overwhelming on my nails. So I don't know if I can use the base coat polish underneath my base coat for my gel. So I'm just trying to rebuild the strength of my nails before I go back to using my gel nail polish. So that is the conclusion to this first nail experiment. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please, if you have any advice, leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you have to say. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.